everyone, I'm Mrs. Midnight, and today we have coffee and the iPad at hand, because thanks to one of you, Diana Laura specifically, we have a new special series for the channels, video reacting to the creations of the Midnighters. So let's recap a little bit what Diana Laura told me in these messages. First I'm gonna explain you, Mrs. Midnight. You'll see, in the WhatsApp group where we are, I showed them that I can make comics, and I made some of our MCs, and I thought the idea that you could start reacting to comics from us, like a new video series of the channel, reacting to the comics or to other contents potentially that the Midnighters share with me. Which I honestly love very much. I think it's a very nice idea, because I think it's a great way for you to have an online space to show your creations, but also a great way to connect as a community. So let's take a look. You know that I'm gonna be watching on my iPad so I can see what I'm reading, and later in post-production I'm gonna place the image here so you can read with me. This first comic includes Juan, Danny, and 9 MCs with Merula, MC, and Talbot. Alright, let's take a look. Just full of Hogwarts next to the fountain. I wonder why Garu is so sad. Could it be Valentine's? Juan, what if it is for Valentine's? No one has asked Garu out yet. Of course, let's make sure that Garu has a date and he'll be in a better mood. See? I'm always right. I'm an expert in love. You're a genius. Great. Now let's go talk to him and let's tell him that we're gonna brighten his day. Alright, Sass, high five. Hi Garu, how are you in this date? More or less. Nobody asked me out, and I do like someone, but I don't know if they like me back. Well, say no more, let's help you get a date. A date? With Talbot? That's right. So come on, you have to get yourself together and look as white as a snowflake. But Garu thinks, I have a bad feeling. And the worst part is that his bad feeling is gonna be confirmed, but not in the date, in the next comic. Not gonna tell you how yet, but he is right to have a bad feeling. But let's skip to the day that they are in Conidux, the candy shop, and Garu tells Talbot, this date is very special to me. And Talbot replies, to me too. I don't know who helped plan this idea, but I do feel the same. Aww. And they look so cute together, they look so adorable, both of them blushing. And there's Juan and MC looking from behind the shelves, and MC says, we did it! They are together! Aren't they sweet? They are. You truly are an expert in this. So they leave walking hand in hand and they look so cute. They make a hell of a team in planning dates. He looks so much happier. That's right. Garu looked very happy. He's our friend. But then Merula enters and they both get excited at once, like, Merula! Merula! Why the hell are you saying hi to her? She's my girlfriend! But Juan replies, I'm also in love with her, did you think about that? So they start fighting and stupid! She's not yours! And I love that the indication or the notes say cartoony punch and sound of pulling hair! Wow, how hard do you have to be pulling somebody's hair for it to sound? And Merula just says, this pair of idiots fighting for me. That's why I love them. Merula is my girlfriend, not yours. I met her before you, so you let me date her. And then Hanako arrives and says, they really are getting like that just for Merula? And Garu says, trust me, you haven't seen them completely. So Merula just looks at them and then at Hanako, and while they are still fighting, tells her, Hanako, would you like to go grab a butterbeer in the Three Rooms? And Hanako immediately says, of course, Merula. And the other MCs are just crying and looking at them wide-eyed like, because while they were fighting, Merula was getting a date herself. But let's take a look at the other comic now, because this one is finished. And Diana Laura says that this next comic is about pranking the MCs. So let's take a sip of coffee because this is gonna be good. Take a look. So now Garu is taking a bath in the bathtub of the prefect bathroom, minding his own business without bothering anyone, and he's putting on some shampoo. But apparently he's gonna give himself a second hand or something, because Merula and Hanako's MC are hiding behind one of the cubicles and they are holding nothing less than a bottle of hair dye, apparently like a fading between pink and violet, that they are planning to mix with the shampoo. And pretty as that combination looks, like pink degrading into violet, I get why Garu is gonna be mad, because it's a pain in the ass to go from that back to white. So actually we see Hanako a little mortified, telling Merula, are you sure? Don't you think Garu is gonna get mad? But Merula says, it's just a prank. Besides, his hair already needs a change anyways. Yeah, of course she would take it lightly, but I do think he's gonna be mad. So Merula sneaks behind him and I guess she got all her uniform wet. I just realized she's inside the bathtub with the uniform. But she is spilling the hair dye on the bottle of shampoo. I want that shampoo because the brand is Aquamaris and the logotype is a seashell, and that's enough for me to think it's good quality. Don't you love my very reasonable standards? And then a few minutes later, but I can't read that without making the voice of the narrator of SpongeBob, so it would be more like, a few minutes later, ah, my hair! Who did this to me? And we see both Merula and Hanako saying, I knew he would get mad, but I'm pretty sure the intention would be very different in both of them, you know? Think Hanako would be more on the worried or guilty, mortified side, like, oh my god, I knew he would get mad. And Merula would be more on the mischievous side, like, haha, I knew he would get mad. But at any rate, Garu is not angry, he's furious. Because we can even see this little mark that they make on anime, this red one that he has by the temples, because he's bursting in rage. Let's see now the next prank, that this time apparently is for one of the MCs, the one that's a redhead, and it's Merula and Juan pranking her this time. Merula tells her while she's eating lunch, would you like a chocolate frog? And Juan is thinking to himself, this is gonna be fun. The MC takes it and says thank you. Merula goes away, waves goodbye, and I think she's singing or humming or whistling something because there's a little note mark next to her like and MC gives the first bite and he's like, because the flavor is not precisely normal for a chocolate candy. Merula and Juan are just holding their laughter like, wait, almost. I love MC's reaction like, ah, it burns! And Merula and Juan this time just lose it. They don't need to hold anything anymore because the prank is already discovered. So they let themselves go and ha 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 ha. Poor MC, give her at least a glass of water or something. But apparently MC did not leave it at that, and she's now gonna take revenge. We can see she can transform, she's a werewolf, and apparently there's a full moon that night. So I don't know if you can see, but the image is really cool. I'm gonna put it in post-production, but gotta say these comics are really well made. Diana Laura has made a wonderful job. But at any rate, MC says, or thinks to herself, preparing her wand, this is for the prank Merula. Merula and Juan run into her, he tries to attack her with his wand, but I'm unsure if what happens is that MC in the form of a werewolf takes the wand from his hand, or if she draws her own wand while transformed. Both Merula and Juan run away in panic and fright. Laughters go through panic and fright real quick, and they go like, ah, run! While the MC is cracking up and saying, this is my revenge, Merula. But well, that was it for the comics this time around. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell so YouTube lets you know when I make the next reaction. That will be contingent on whenever you send me another comic, drawing, or whatever you want me to react to. And before I leave, I want to thank Diana Laura, Juan, Nai, and everybody that participated in this comic. That's a wonderful work of art, I think. The story is hilarious. It has everything like romance, action, comedy, and I was laughing my ass out both now here with you and by myself when I saw them. And I also gotta say, because these things should never go unnoticed, that I have a wonderful community and I am forever grateful to have such wonderful midnighters taking the time to do such sweet things like making a creation and sending it to me. Thank you so much, I hope you enjoyed. Mrs. Midnight loves you and hopes to see you next time.